treasures than that.
Like, I mean, yeah, more treasures. All right, so we're here. We did it. Okay, unfortunately, we started the other video and we started sorting through cards. But we did go through 2 full boxes of cards, and I just want to show a few of the gems that we pulled out of Sam's mystery box. So this box here, going through, and we had a really fun time going through these, folks. So we want to share a few little highlights of them. Some of this art is from a lot of older sets that, quite frankly, I never collected any cards from these sets. But like, look at the art on this Spike Cannibal. Okay, so he's got a lot of jewels from like Ice Age, Fallen Empires, 4th edition. There's 3rd edition revised. There's 5th edition, 6th edition. There's Urzas. I mean, he's got Legends in here, Tempest, more Urzas, Mercadian Masks, Crackling Fiends. He's got Factories from Chronicles. He's Mr. Urza Land too. He's got Tron lands for days. It was a lot of fun. Sam had some really cool questions like, what is Tron? It was really cool because, this guy obviously he played a long time ago. So he's got a lot of these Urza lands, and look at this: Urza Power Plant, Mine, Factory, Mine, Power Plant, Mine, Tower. He's got all the Urza lands. So we had a really fun discussion on the new modern era and how these lands are used. So obviously Sam, found some of these used for these back in the day. They're still usable. So we had a really fun time going through his non-basic lands, his mana rocks, some of his big baddies like these Ice Age cards, Minions of Leshrac. Some of these cards he's got are really cool because they're from Tempest. He's got these rebate cards that make your red spells cost less or your white spells cost less. These are big cards in Commander. Some reserve list staples. He's got some Skeleton Ships, an Ashnod's Altar, which is a highly sought after cards. Aeopile from Fallen Empires. This card here, Dread of Night, is a good one. It's in some favorites, eh? Anything you've seen there? So we went through, and then so there's some of the highlights of some of the kind of the era that we found in here. So some of the highlights that Sam found himself a Grim Monolith. So
paid for storage.
For sure, paid for storage. So he's got himself a nice Grim Monolith in there. He's also got himself a copy of the Wretched and a Basalt Monolith. Also got some really cool Commander playable cards in here. Got some copies of Mystic Remora from Ice Age. some extra reserve list cards. And we had some fun discussion of like certain cards like Crusade that he's actually got, and British Gypsies, which is another card, and really playable cards. What's this one from, Jan, in the Pendelhaven, did we say?
I'm not sure. Anthologies.
Yeah. So we thought this was actually from Chronicles. We had to look it up, and Janet and I discovered that it's from Anthologies. It's worth a couple of bucks, but not seeing a reprint of Pendelhaven since Legends. It's a pretty cool card to have. Some old foils, some lands, Brainstorm, Ravika Wizard Savant, a few reserveless cards, Portent, more copies of, he's packing a bunch of cards, copies of Mystic Remora, Portent, some really cool Commander cards, more Mystic Remoras.
This every card full of a few.
And this card, Rhystic Study.
Big surprise, they're all blue.
This has actually been coined as one of the most annoying cards in Magic. Whenever an opponent plays a spell, you may draw a card unless that player pays 1. So every time they play a spell, you ask, did you want to pay the 1? so I mean, that's a card, right? Really good. And a foil Urza card from Silknet, which is a nice instant card, foil from Urza. So real good trip down memory lane. We had a lot of fun. I want to say thanks to Sam for coming over and sharing with us, this little box of cards. And maybe we'll put the makings of a Commander deck for him here. Thanks a lot for watching, and bye-bye.